morning.
Good morning, y'all.
Great morning. What's up?
Happy Tuesday.
Welcome to the Art Beauty Equilibrium Podcast. You know what it is, coming to you live from Los Angeles, California. This is episode 51, y'all.
51, homie.
Yeah.
Cinco
we got
uno.
one of our great guests, Mr.
up,
Nick
man?
Carthan. What's up, Nick? How you doing, sir?
Thanks for having me on, man.
Always good to see you, bro. You
What's
know.
going on?
Thanks for having me on, man.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Podcast is dope.
Yes.
Shima, can you please go ahead and tell the lovely people what we got today?
Over there looking like Al Pacino.
Happy January 19th, 2021. I don't know how it's
21,
going so
21.
far.
21.
Today is our 51st episode.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
we almost 1 year in. Yep.
Yes.
Today we have remembering MLK
Martin Luther
and
King.
his dream of ending racial injustice and inequality. His message resonates today more than ever.
Right.
Also, we have our athletes' property. So we're going to get into that.
Yes.
Our professional athletes' property of the team or anybody. And last but not least, polygamy. Let's get right into it.
Uh-oh.
So what's
we
the
about to get
first
in trouble with
Let's
this
just
conversation.
we diving.
Honorable mention. We're going to,
Let's get into Martin Luther King.
Day just real quick. Want to
Dr.
say Happy
King.
King Day to everybody.
Yes.
Dr.
Exactly.
King.
Martin Luther King don't even come out his bedroom no more Martin Luther King Day. Especially the way this year started.
Man.
He's like, you know what?
Right.
This is rough.
Okay, like I'm good.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I wish we still had some positive leaders like Martin Luther King. We have them, but, we got to get them out there, first and foremost.
Did they do the parade?
Why?
They gotta follow the restrictions.
I mean,
They couldn't do a
Man,
COVID.
that parade was always treacherous every year.
Yeah.
Cats getting beat up, shot.
I don't think they were. I don't think they were listening to his dream.
No.
Yeah, see,
The most powerful leaders in the world had the most deadliest parades. You just don't
All
go.
the time.
You don't Malcolm X Day, Martin Luther King Day, whatever their parades are, is dangerous. You don't want to be there.
And
Yeah.
Real
when
talk.
his-
I seen somebody get stabbed the last time I went to a King Day parade.
Oh yeah, we were taking this conversation.
Anytime you got malt liquor
See, that's what,
association.
This into the whole.
see, that's why I
different
just want to
bucket.
say happy.
Speaking of which, this is not malt liquor.
Yeah, this
for
is-
all of
yeah.
y'all.
Oh no, don't that.
It's just a barrier of water.
Yeah. Just want to say Happy King Day. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, Happy King Day.
So moving on to our
Slavery.
professional athletes' property. First of all, did anybody read that article and understand why we were talking about this? How that came up?
When the lady would talk about Kyrie, how she looks at Kyrie.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
I didn't read it in full, but
I don't.
you get the gist of
So
it.
pretty much it was a ESPN analyst who was saying that she had many conversations with Kyrie, and one conversation in particular, they had a kind of an argument, and he felt like any player should be able to go to any team they want to when they come into the NBA. They shouldn't have to go through a draft. We're not somebody's property. And she said, actually, you are. That's why you get paid millions of dollars, And
I don't know if that's the right term.
That's what the
But I do
controversy is
believe
about.
if you belong to,
Yeah,
you belong to that organization, you got to abide by, the standards they set out.
Go ahead, Nick.
No, I'm go ahead.
I think it was taken out of context. Kyrie, we have a draft for a reason, so we could try to make
Fair.
make it fair. Even though they've been producing these super teams,
Right.
But in the news lady, I mean whatever. She just said, property. Come on, dog. You can't talk like that.
Right,
especially to black people.
Right.
It's not going to sit well with anyone.
I
Anyone.
think if it was any, I can't speak on everybody, but for myself, I wouldn't have took that out of context. I mean, when you play, for example, the Brooklyn Nets, you can't do certain things that will mess up their image. Man, you're getting paid millions. What are you trying to do?
Any job you get hired to, they always tell you if you're gonna go outside the door, make sure you clock out because you're their responsibility.
Exactly.
At the end of the day,
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So when it comes to the NBA, let's just be real. You come out of college, you get drafted, you go into a league.
Right.
you get a certain amount of money just as a regular base player. If you're on Kyrie's talent, you get an endorsement deal. You got a platform. You get all types of things that you're able to do. You're able to start organizations. You're able, like Kyrie just bought George Floyd's family a house and stuff like this. But it's all through his platform. Now, what she meant, which is crazy how she needs media training because she's the media. But what she's basically saying is, we pay you.
Right.
You are part of our organization.
Right.
If you go up.
What's so funny about that too? The example you gave is that even when you work for a company, like when I used to work for the phone company at one point, on lunch break, that's my time. But when I'm on lunch, I may want to grab a beer. I used to have to take my company shirt off. You see what I'm saying? That's my time. I could argue I'm on lunch. Though.
He meant when he got off work, he had a beer.
Oh no, I don't give a damn about that. That's a long time
and your
ago.
job will tell you when you
ain't no phone man.
a job will,
Nigga, I had a drink on my lunch break.
a job will tell you though. A job will tell you, as long as you wear that shirt, you belong to you belong to us. You belong now. As far as property goes,
see, that's the whole thing.
That's the thing. Like, we have to look towards the layers. Like I said, she used bad wording. She's supposed to say, "You work for us."
I think that's what it was.
It's bad wording, but right now with these times going on, and how she said it, she said it. I totally get it. But Kyrie, man,
she doubled down on. She said, "Yes, you are.
Yes, you are. But then Kyrie saying, property. "We wish you could go to any team, bro." The NBA started years ago. This has always been how they do things. They have a draft. They pick which play. You just can't. We're not going to let you come in the NBA. But hey, I want to play with LeBron and Anthony Davis. No, you got to get chosen to each team. But no property. No. But
see, because my thing is, like, I don't even get how getting drafted is being treated like property. I mean, that's just to make sure the teams don't get too lopsided. I don't
exactly.
Well, see, that's why I think
I don't even know how that is equivalent.
I think it's a combination of her terminology, and he already may be a little different.
Just like Damon said in his comment, he says Kyrie has a contractual obligation.
There you go.
And that's all it is.
And you signed
you have a contract, bro.
There you go.
There you go.
Know,
we got
no, we not nobody's property because he can quit.
but here's the thing, like you said. Now, you ever remember a job that you quit, right? You ever got fired at a job? You were not their property, and then next thing you know, you wind up hanging out there on your days that you don't work there no more because you're like, yeah, I just come up there to just hang out. Like, Kyrie, don't be that guy, man. Just come back.
Right.
Yo, you got a great team now. You know what I'm saying? Your team is killing.
Man, cool.
You can't do the things you're doing. I'm not saying you can't now. I don't know what money he saved, but the platform you have to get the word out that you want right now, you need to be playing. Don't make us look crazy if we backing you down, we backing you up, that we see you live on TV with no mask, Right. They telling you everybody got to abide by these rules, you know. So,
but I think a lot of players, a lot of players do feel like that, though. You know what I mean? Because of not just that, but their ability to speak out against certain things. Like, you know, sometimes players get told, "Hey, you know, as long as you don't mention this X, Y, and Z, we cool." So they do have a say-so in your actual personal life, you know, to a certain extent.
But
because they even have codes of conduct. Like,
right.
See, that's the difference. Like, when you have a regular job and you're an employee, when you clock out, you pretty much can do, you know, what it is that you need to do.
Oh no, you good.
But I will honestly say, my joint, the NBA. Oh, there you go. The NBA, I can honestly say, out of every other organization, they have been kind of supportive, because you look at the NFL now. If you're an NFL player and you speak out against anything, you already seen what happened with the NFL players. But NBA players, they've been able to speak out. Like,
I literally just say
remember with the Clippers?
One thing. Yeah, as far as her statement goes, I think that goes back to, once again, her being in a position that her verbiage really matters. And I think that she did mean something, because she basically said, it was followed up by saying the amount, the millions of dollars that you're paid. So that's my question. Does payment?
That's the part.
Exactly. Does payment mean that, okay, we own you?
I think.
And so I think that's the more important part that we're looking at it wrong, because she's basically saying, okay, you get millions of dollars, and it's because of this pay point that you should, you know.
Well, you want me to be real? You want me to be real? She don't own them, because she's the media. Right. But let's just be real. This is why LeBron started doing these contracts, these 1 year, these 2 years. Mm-hmm. Like, a lot of owners, like the league, is upset with him to the point where they even try to mess up. I think his agent from getting certain players because they're smart with their contracts right now. I'll sign a year contract. I'll deal with you for a year, then I'll leave. But once you come into the NBA, you sign that dotted line to a team. There is a bunch of fine writing on the paper that lets you know we own you. That you're not reading when you get into this league. You get they give you their team doctors. You travel for free around the league. You get millions of fans. They look at it like, look, yes, we own you. But listen, you can leave though. Yeah. You can give the money back. Like, that's the thing. This is a different type of slavery. The slavery, when they own you, you can't be like, boss, I quit. And you get a lash. You know what I'm saying? But in the NBA, you can say, it's levels.
Influencing children worldwide, globally. You can't just post up doing.
You got sponsors, you got role models.
Yeah, exactly.
Look what happened to Kyrie. Those 2 games, he had to give back $816,000 back.
And when you're signing things that say, okay, in your likeness and our likeness and all that kind of stuff, or whatever, that runs deep, because then you can get into what somebody else's opinion is of what you were doing to represent them.
And I think to keep it real too, when you have a good paying job, you are more likely to take a little bit more, than you would if your job is not paying you adequately. So that also has to be a factor of the money. I think that's why she brought up the fact, like, look, you're making millions of dollars. Like, you're complaining about what team you're going to. Yeah, I think that was it. So if you take that one word out of it, the property, you know what I'm saying, which is the controversial part. But if you just think about what you're saying, teams, like Shauna said, teams don't need to, players don't need to just go to any team they want to, because then everybody would go to LA, New York.
We wouldn't watch it.
Yeah, nobody would watch that.
It's not NBA 2K.
It'd be like the Wild Wild West out here.
It would be like all-star,
9%.
all-star teams.
Pulling up the sliders on everybody.
What it sounds like is you don't want to compete. You don't want to work hard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But you know what, though? I'm going to be honest with Kyrie. I knew when I saw that sage on the side of the court, on the Barclays.
But he came with the sage.
I was like, yeah, he gonna be a problem.
Kyrie different.
He's
different.
But he wasn't burning that sage before LeBron came back to Cleveland. He said, this is that chip talk. You know what I'm saying? He got that chip down. He like, I'm gonna burn a little sage, eat a little grapes on the side of the court.
A little spiritual woke.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's almost implying that there's some demons in this house. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to get these evil spirits out of here with this sage. And it's a little different. I've never seen nobody in the NBA.
Oh, no, if I was Danny Ainge, I'd have been hot. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but admittedly, he is bothered by what's going on in the world. You know what I mean? So
he's
if
always
anybody
been
goes to a psychologist right now, I can say I'm bothered. You can say you're bothered. You know what I mean? So why can't he say that he's bothered by what's going on?
It's okay to do that.
Well, this satellites went in. Let me ask this question. Satellites, this is proven, right? Satellites went into space, right? And they took pictures of all the planets, right? And how they look, circular and all that, right? Did they do that?
See, you talk to a flat earther, they'll tell you no.
I'm just saying.
That's not true.
I'm just saying, if we going by facts, we seen people go to the moon, take pictures of the planets, right? And then Kyrie had
a flat earther would say, did we?
Right.
But you see that? Yeah.
Some people will say it was in the studio.
This direction, there's no curvature.
Right.
Some people say, hey, I'm just saying he's always been different. He's always had an opinion that was not, with the grain. And this is just another thing where I think I'm going to say it got taken out of context. That's my opinion. Personally, I feel like it got kind of
Kyrie the type of person like, why we got to put the sandwich meat in the sandwich? Why we can't put the bread in the middle? Put the meat on the outside?
Exactly.
He different.
He different, man. So moving on, man. Let's
moving on.
Let's get off. All right, here we go. Why is polygamy trending? And this is something I didn't know about.
Let's talk about sex.
But it's really a trending thing right now, huh?
That chick on
the group relationships and living with multiple people and having people on the side, and
I understand
but
why
openly
some are doing it. I can see how it could work. Because you have people like, you figure when you have multiple things going on, for example, you get mad at this person, you may go over there.
Well, no,
wait. You go get mad. Hold on, you get mad over there. You may go deal with the other person. Now that's just outside the arrangement, right?
I don't know about that, bro.
No, I'm just telling you how some people may operate. Now, if you was to bring that into the home, You feel me? It's kind of like the same thing. When you get mad at this, when you go deal with that one. I'm not saying it's right, but I understand why some people may do it. That ain't me.
That's I don't think those are people's intent. You know, like polygamy, or you know what they say, sister wives.
Yeah, sister wives is a movement.
Yeah, it's
sisterwives.com is out there, man.
You know, I've been, informed, like it's more than just, I'm just dealing with you and you. When I feel
right,
like
because there are certain benefits like affordability.
Yeah,
and,
it's like it's a union. It's
exactly.
like
we trying to own this house.
Yeah,
it's like everybody goes to work. Hold on, everybody goes to work,
Exactly,
right?
a collective.
You have one more person there to watch the kids. One more person there to build the foundation of the house. It's not just, I'm just screwing two women. That's not what it's about.
So it's some deep shit.
Hey, that sound like the pep talk you give all the women on the couch.
Right, but that sounds more wicked.
You gotta be real. The way he spoke, that's how you get to listen.
But this ain't about me having sex with all of y'all.
Yeah, right.
Of course,
but that all sound like some bullshit. It sound pimpish, nigga.
That is, but you gotta think about it.
When you look at it that way, it sounds pimpish. But when you actually,
to me, it sounds like a nigga at the end of the day that want two women, nigga. Just keep it a buck.
But look, it's also women that have multiple men too. Living under one roof, or possibly just dealing with multiple men. So, and then it's sometimes I forget the names of them, but it's also a situation where like you might have 3 dudes and 2 chicks, 2 women and 3. It's any combination. So it's gotta be more than just a man.
That's just too much activity.
It's a lot of activity.
I feel like, man, just a man dealing with a woman dealing with a man, we go through so much trying to learn each other.
It's complicated enough.
Yeah, it's complicated enough. Like, I don't feel like whenever I got 4 women and they all going through some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's gonna happen.
You gotta get a side piece. You gotta get a side piece.
And then you got a side.
Because remember, 4 women, that's still in the same house. That's gonna be eventually turn into 1. You're gonna start feeling like you're gonna want to get out the house.
You gotta have 9 men.
Like a side piece on a side piece.
One can't live in the house.
On the side piece.
The side piece, that's not part of that.
When you go
it's all one property.
It's not a side piece situation though.
It's not.
I know,
it's
but
open,
I get that. That's what I'm saying. Based off what he said, then that almost makes all of them like one woman at the house.
It's not one woman.
Outside of this whole situation.
It's not one woman.
We wish it could work that way.
So when you have a compound, that's different.
The two.
It's one
science facts.
It's one team.
If the two become one, why four? If the Bible says 2 become 1, why 4 don't? Based off y'all theory, the way y'all breaking it down, it's a group thing. Okay, so we done blended everything together, so that's one thing.
If that's in the Bible, I know that's in red.
First of all,
y'all already getting married. Y'all already messing it up.
Here's the thing, right?
They're not even married necessarily. It's just dealing with.
I respect the fact, supposedly, it's for them, rather than going out and getting it.
That's that word.
You know what I'm saying? Going out and getting it. I mean, look, I don't know who these groups are or who these people are, because I couldn't just imagine myself like, hey, babe, listen, we need some help around the house. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna add 2 more to the team. Whoever you able to, but I'm saying, that's someone on both sides with some guts, right? To go ahead and do that. And then get it done. If they get it done, I mean, that's all on them. If they work on all 4s or whatever it is. But
that's the thing. It works for some people, but I think it's so outside the box that it's just like.
But is it in 2021?
It's not in 2021. You better
already have that in mind before you even try it. You know what I mean? You have to be like, okay, this is a game plan. You can't be into something and then
polyandry.
Try to bring somebody into.
I think that's. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right.
Polyandry.
But polyandry. That's where
AJ put that in the group chat.
That's where one woman, I believe, is in love and dealing with multiple men.
Oh, okay.
Like you be like, if you wear Kathy out, you be like, and she's like, I'm sorry. You be like, look. Don't worry. Let's get Marjorie in here.
Hey, if that's the case,
sub out.
it's some people out here in polyandry relationships and don't even know it. You know, you can just be out the loop. You know,
that's called a side tangle. It's called a side tangle.
No, it's called, what did Jada Pinkett called it?
An entanglement. An entanglement. Yes. But even that was on the low. You know what I'm saying? Like this is, like I said, man.
How much do you think finances
big time
play into it because everything is getting expensive and and the price is going up, and sometimes it's like you find yourself doing things for money, and I think some people when they get in, hate to say it, but like more desperate situations, that's not going to sound that outlandish.
Wait a minute, is this just trending in California and New York? I bet not find out this is just trending.
Oh, you know it's going down in Wyoming. You just don't know what's going on out there.
Right, you know.
Desperate times call.
That's what the compounds are.
But you know what's so funny? Everything that people are against becomes natural later on in life. Like what you just said, the joke you just gave him about pimping and just whatever it is on both sides, both a man and a woman's side. This is kind of just exactly what it is. If you really think about this is just a legalized form of pimping because
the energy and the tone behind.
There's one alpha. At the end of the day, there's one alpha in each of these relationships. The alpha is the one that got this thing formed together. Yep. But this is natural because if you watch Animal Planet, right? A lion is surrounded. Nobody wants to hear this, but in most animal groups, the alpha animal is surrounded by a plethora.
I disagree.
Hold on.
Wait.
Hold on. We got something in the chat room. I can't even.
Yeah, please tell.
I just put that up there.
Saying.
So Candace Marie Creation says, I know a group that has one guy and 3 women who lives in a house. He dates 2 of the 3. One girl deals with him and his other girlfriends. Then their girlfriend is married to a woman who also dates other women. It's a lot, they said, but they all take care of the kids and it works for them and they have a comfortable lifestyle.
It's called a Connect 4.
That's a lot going on.
But you see what she's saying? They take care of the kids and they live a very comfortable life.
That takes a lot of management skills.
It's a lot of management skills, but it works for them.
Whose day is it to pick the kids up?
Right, emotions running high. Somebody mad. Somebody jealous. Somebody, come on now. Somebody ain't right.
That is a lot.
The alpha thing, that thing. The dude who studied that debunked his own self. The shit ain't real. The alpha thing. Only thing the alpha is, right? The alpha is a situation that we took where it's like, oh, I'm the top dog of the situation, but you can be a top dog of anything.
I don't mean an alpha as far as the male. I'm just saying in general. At the end of the, when you have that type of situation. There is a top dog, whether it's a woman or it's a man. It could be the woman.
What I'm saying is, it's just the alpha is just the father of the pack.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know, they make it.
I've never really agreed with that either, though.
They make it seem as if it's the top dog, but it's just the father, and the father got the his woman or and then the kids of the wolf situation.
Isn't that a term that I thought was only used amongst like animals?
Yeah, and that's what it is.
But
we not animals.
But see, that's the thing. At the end of the day,
we getting caught up on the word.
We're no
just
different.
Like property.
We're no different. I'm not calling us an animal, but I'm saying
somebody got to be the leader.
We're no different. If you go, you know what I'm saying.
I feel you.
If you go to the zoo, you go to the gorilla cages, right? You know what I'm saying? You go to gorilla cage. I'm not calling us gorillas in the chat room, but you go to the gorilla cages.
We close to them though.
There's one gorilla in there running everything that's going on in there that makes it work. I'm just saying by natural habitat, if you have a house full of 9 women and there's one man, or it's just one woman or 2 women and there's 9, there's one person in there that's calling all the shots. Because if everyone at the table talking at the same time, the finance, something ain't getting paid. There's one in there like, look, Keith, you got this. James, you got this.
Somebody's Mufasa.
Somebody's Mufasa in the house. Don't believe that it's all scattering around.
Right. And I usually believe,
and it's also probably somebody trying to get that spot. You know,
of course,
probably no competition.
Of course. Simon is in the basement like, I want Keith's spot.
And there's somebody always plotting too.
But they do make an arrangement to like. It's gonna be one woman. Everybody know. Yeah. She the top dog.
She the top dog.
She is the head of the household, and everybody else falls back.
Undercover pimping. Undercover pimping.
I mean, because look,
see how it all comes back to pimping.
I did read a article last night that was saying the top reasons, and it is some of what is being mentioned. They said it helps with kids, raising kids.
Yeah.
A lot of people do it for financial reasons. Education was one of them on there.
Yeah.
Like, hey, it's hard to go to school, which kind of falls back on education. You know what I'm saying? But I just wonder how all the things that what you deal with in a typical relationship, to multiply that times 3, 4, 5, that part seems like I don't know if it would
How many of these
like
people are
balance out.
wealthy?
I don't think that's a wealthy thing. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it has to do with wealth. I think it has to do with, like you said, like co-op, like community. You know what I mean? Like a collective, like everybody trying to have like a common theme and trying to get that accomplished. You know?
Are they all having sex?
We got a phone call.
Hey,
That's what.
I would
Cause
think
I see
so.
something in the comment section when someone said it's not alpha, it's polygamy. It's the idea is community living. So my whole thing is community living.
Hello, caller, are you there?
Community dating.
Yeah, I'm here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. How's it going?
I'm doing great. I just wanted to say, it is a little different, but when you think about it, a lot of times nowadays, regular monogamous relationships don't work. So I feel like it shouldn't be that perplexing to think, well, let's try something different. Maybe polygamy will work, because a lot of people nowadays. What's the divorce rate? I think it's over 50% at this point, right?
Whatever,
So something
it's
ain't
high.
working anyway. So
It's
trying
high.
something a little different, you know. Yeah, you already, what's up, Lynden? You already know. You know.
Yes.
So
Hey,
sometimes I feel like thinking outside the box is not always a bad thing, and especially like if you've ever talked to a woman who is bisexual or whatnot. I've spoken to several, and sometimes they're like, you know what, I like women, I like messing with women, but I would never date one. Because a lot of women, they're like, I still want that male, masculinity, even though I like women. So sometimes this kind of stuff works out, because a woman, she gets to have that woman presence in the house, and she gets to have that male presence in the house. So
Would you
sometimes
do
I
it?
feel like it could work out.
Would you do it?
Hey, we ain't gonna put up. We're not gonna put up on blast like that, man.
That's what I love about. That's what I love about the dudes. But don't ask me that right now. I'm live.
You ain't gotta answer
You ain't
that.
gotta answer that,
You ain't
man.
gotta answer that.
Thanks for the phone call, though, man.
thank you. Yeah.
Appreciate you, bro. You have a
You
good
gotta
day.
get that sound effect.
Yeah.
Nah, listen.
Man.
I'm not against. I'm totally not against this. If that's what you want to do, all I'm saying is, I'm glad you asked that question. Would you do it? And I just, it's not for me to judge. I know I couldn't. I know that I'm not comfortable knowing that I got my community box in the house, just getting rim rocked. I gotta come home. It's just mentally, it's just not for everybody. But if it worked for someone else, that's cool. You know what I'm
And
saying?
that's what I think a lot of people are saying, like the caller said, he can see how it can work, because
Yeah.
out
And
here
some-
in the streets,
and somebody, yeah.
you see a lot of people getting divorced,
Right.
But
Yeah.
there also still are a lot of marriages. I just want to say that,
That are
A lot of marriages that work.
that are doing successful.
But let me
Yes.
ask this question. Let's say he said that there's a lot of one-on-one relationships that don't work out, right?
Right.
Now, what if you the common denominator why it didn't work out, and then you go ahead and get more, and then it's
Right.
not working out
Then-
You just added to the
Then
problem.
it's not gonna work out with that
Yeah.
either.
It's added to the problem.
But also,
You're gonna be outside the house. They're gonna be inside the house.
AJ said in the chat room, the whole purpose is like community living.
Yeah.
And helping each other. And that person is supporting. So she
Yeah,
brought
if
up
you're looking
the
at it
point of,
at that aspect, if community living,
Yeah.
But if you just looking at it as, I just got 2 pieces of ass in the house, then
Yeah, but see, it's like that book that I was telling you about called Sex at Dawn,
I've
right?
been reading that book. That is,
It goes
that-
along those lines. It's
And
a
they
book
pretty
called
much say
Sex at
that.
How
Dawn.
did this start though? Like, do you think
It
it started
pretty
off
much-
like that?
what?
Like as just, I just want 2 women living with me for sexual reasons, and then it's turned and evolved into this whole new thing we have now, or was it always that?
Well,
was-
in the book, it
it-
definitely says that monogamy is not running high in these tribes, and even with remember in the penguins they said that everybody think that penguins are monogamous, but
Yeah.
they're not.
Yeah, they're not.
Once they get that egg and they hatch, they go about they like,
But
all right.
it's truly not. This is like you said. This is not something that's new. If you go back into was it the Roman times or oh, that's it.
Yeah.
I would like to know how this can be sustainable, because honestly, once you basically get the things that you're trying to accomplish, or you have the family unit kind of going or whatever, you have your education, and then what? Do you start feeling like as you get older, okay, look, I'm gonna go ahead and X out this situation? Like, can you then disconnect from them, like that's a lot of skin in the game.
I know. Hey, we didn't talk about how do you exit the.
Well, let's give the people some homework. I want you all as a got home, go home with your wife or your husband and try this out. And go tell them, hey, listen, let's get this community living going on. Think outside the box. Come back to
my
us.
thing, like, what if one? What if no real talk? What if one person is not working out for the community?
It's gonna be some trouble.
I
gotta have.
Or you get voted off. You know?
Hey, they put your torch out.
Right.
Go ahead and give them homework. Oh, y'all, arts and equilibrium people, go home.
Yeah, next
talk
week.
to your partner.
Next week, let us know how the polygamy pep talk
Right.
went.
All right, y'all.
We're giving free housing.
Okay.
See y'all later. Thanks for coming through, Nick.
Thanks,
Appreciate
y'all.
you coming
If
on
you're
the show.
struggling in these 2021 streets, then try that.
Thank y'all.
Kick it up.